Stay lit, remain humble. I got special guests here right now. Can you guys introduce yourself?
My name is Dominique, but everybody call me Tink.
I am Alexis Ariane, everybody's favorite.
So, I mean, tell me exactly where we are right now.
Right now, we in the Classic Man exhibit at Selfie City, Cincy, the newest, hottest spot in the city.
Okay. So, tell me what Selfie City is.
Selfie City it's a place for everybody just to come out and to be great. Like, it's just so many different, well, not really so many, but it's different exhibits in here. Each exhibit is a different theme, so it does allow people to come out and just have fun, interact with art, be the art.
Okay. Go ahead, Big Dog.
Just to add on to that, it's a studio space, it's photography space, it's videography space, podcasting space. Just like it's endless for real what Selfie City is. And I think that's why it's unique, because you can do so many different things here.
Okay. So, like, what brought up the Selfie City? Like, let's make this.
Man, we be out for real. Like, traveling. We do. Like, we travel a lot, and if you from Cincinnati, it's slow. And if you want to change something in Cincinnati, you're gonna have to bring speed to the market.
Sure.
So, when we travel, we want to find new, unique things to do in these cities, and a lot of cities have been popping up museums, and maybe like selfie museums. And we sat down and thought one day, all of these artists in Cincinnati who people might not know, or they might not have a space to create, why don't we bring that space? And that's kind of where it started. I remember COVID, I was doing a podcast collab with one of my friends. He's like, can somebody come record? And I said, we at my house. I really don't want you to bring people into my house. And COVID just started. Exactly. So I'm like, but hold tight. We're going to have somewhere soon where we can collab. Right. So everything was just going off of that and going like that.
So tell me about the different rooms that you have. Like, every room is kind of like, it's like a mood. Like, you walk in the room and like, you can't feel, down or nothing.
Right.
Energy, So tell me about the room we're in right now.
So, like, really, this room is just bright. So, of course, yellow is just a vibrant tone. Vibrant energy. So, really, when you're in this room, you kind of don't have a choice but to smile.
No choice, yeah.
And then, like, with the records and everything, that just kind of gives it, like, more of that classic feel as well than, like, more of the records on the wall.
Right.
So, like, this room is really just it's kind of like a chill, but, like, just happy type of room. Then got tennis.
Who's the artist for this?
You said who's the artist for this?
Yeah. Whose idea was this?
Whose idea was it?
I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't remember how we even thought of.
I have a record player at home, and I still listen to vinyl.
Okay.
And we was thinking about, because at first this room was gonna be, you see, if you look like behind you, it's tennis back there. We wanted to like do a celebration of Venus and Serena Williams.
Okay.
But then we started thinking, like, what else could we do? Everybody grandpa got a bucket of vinyl laying around.
For sure.
So we was like, all right, let's start asking, can we have a vinyl? So we asked his stepdad, like, can you go through your vinyl and what you don't want, can we have it?
Right.
He like, yeah. So we started really looking at the nice stuff that he did have, and we like, this some classics, like,
definitely classics.
It's some classics, yeah. And I appreciate, like,
I'm surprised he gave it stuff up.
Yeah, right. Me too.
Right, and when like my mom and dad was helping us, they like, y'all ain't putting this on the wall.
Right, yeah. Jay's like, I'm like, trust me, the real good stuff is at home.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm like, people just being able to take pictures with this stuff too.
Right.
Like, that's gonna create memories for them.
Right.
It's just nostalgia. So.
And this one right here. Tell me about this piece.
This is nice. I think Pinterest. Yeah, I think it was on Pinterest, and I went to
Pinterest is a bad.
It's a bad mug. It's a bad mug.
Yeah.
And I showed my mom, and she was like, I just saw that picture. I said, you think you can make it? She's like, yeah. I was
It was like literally 10 minutes later, she came out with the face for the.
Really?
Yeah.
And she
Like,
put it
she did that quick.
Yeah, shout out to moms. man.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to moms. Shout
Yeah,
out to
she
moms.
definitely, she helped a lot with the creativity.
Okay. So explain to me, some other rooms also. So
Well, I ain't gonna say my favorite room, because I'll probably say that about our room, my favorite room. But we got Cloud9. I think that's really an eye opener, attention grabber, because it got clouds hanging from the wall.
And just the art that's on the wall.
Yeah, there's a black goddess on the wall.
Yeah.
who
Like
created that?
a black goddess.
I mean, what's the artist though?
Real.
What's her name?
Her name is Asia Brown. She's tagged on our social media. When our website is up, we'll have a profile of all the artists,
Okay.
all African American black women from Cincinnati. That's the biggest piece she has done, and she did it by herself. Originally, I was like, I can collab on these exhibits. They kind of big, and everybody just kind of like went to what they feel was, and they just went off.
Yeah.
In that room, when we added the clouds up in there, it was like, oh yeah. I go in that room and you can't tell me I ain't no black goddess.
I ain't gonna lie. I walked through that room and I said, yeah, it's the
that-
one
yeah.
right here. It's the one right here.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, like, what was the process to like come up with all this? Like, cause we just in this room, but for the people that's watching,
Boy.
it's a bunch of rooms,
Yeah.
a bunch of rooms.
Yeah.
So please explain that to us, if you don't mind.
Where do we
It
start?
was a lot of headaches, tell you that.
Okay, let me y'all soft opening October 31st. How much work was put in before that? Like,
If you want to talk about when we actually put it on paper and everything, that started late 2018,
okay.
early 2019. It was not something that we just rushed and did.
Right.
And I think that's why it came to, or it has come together, how it's coming and everything, because everything took time. We couldn't find a space that really we might can settle and do something with this. We might can settle and do something for this. And then moving along, COVID came, and it was like, this might not even happen.
Right.
It might not even happen. But we would be back and forth, sending each other buildings, sending each other like inspiration and stuff. We was keeping like tabs of what we wanted to represent in here, what exhibits would be, even when we changed out exhibits, what they would be. But when we finally found a place, it was the beginning of this year, from, where was it off of?
Craigslist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Met up with him, he showed us the space. He actually was like, I actually got somebody about to rent it, but he asked us what we wanted to do. I said, you want to see the business plan? Because nobody really he wasn't expecting us to say that. Like, you want to see the business plan? And I said that because it was like so unique, and if it was on paper and you could read it yourself, you would interpret it for how you want to.
Right.
So the next day, he is like, I've been thinking, and I like what y'all trying to do. I want to rent y'all the space. So we like, cool. And that was earlier in the summer. So we got the key probably
Like in June?
June.
Yeah, in June.
And then we started having to make sketches. We had to get an architect. The city with the permits and stuff, that started to be a headache. Oh my gosh, and just keep pushing. And then we had already made a post, any artist interested in the project. Didn't say what the project was because we wanted people that wanted to do it.
Okay.
And it's funny that it ended up just being black women.
Right.
Like, it just ended up like that. But we extended it to everybody. Tink, and people that we could get to help. My dad, his friends, our friends, my mom. We made a bargain with her mom, like, listen, if we bring you some clouds, we'll bring you about a wine too.
Right.
Just sit here and make these clouds up. No, but it was like that. It's like, we can't pay you, but we can get you some wine or something. So
Get you something like,
we started like, we'll buy you food if you come up here and help us. Like, just come paint.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nah, but Joshua, we had to prime all these walls. After they put them up, we had to prime them by ourselves. But it was fun.
it was.
And I appreciate it because we did, like, we was in here.
So how many artists in total did you have work on all these walls?
It was just 3.
3?
Yeah,
That's what's
3 in
up.
total.
That's what's up.
So every room isn't painted by artists.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's just 3 rooms right now. But it's more to come. So
I mean, the vibe is definitely set. That's why I'm asking.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely want to work with more artists because that's kind of one of our goals too. Hopefully somebody come in here and say, hey, who did this? Maybe I can get them to do some work for me.
Right, yeah.
And even as we were putting things together, the people that was coming in maybe like doing the drywall or doing our bathroom, they was thinking like, who is doing this stuff? Because maybe I want them to come do something at my house.
Okay.
And that's what I want. Like, who did this? I want them to get jobs off of
Right, let's push
stuff.
that on.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay. So tell people how they can book to come here. Like, what's the booking process?
So we have a booking site. It is on our Facebook and our Instagram. So when you book, you can either book, we have an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours. You can book the space, just book the space. With the booking, 4 people are allowed to come with one booking.
Well, one booking.
Yes.
Okay. For the
That-
walkthrough also, or just the booking?
So with the, all right, let me start over.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people ask, do we have pictures of each exhibit? The answer is no. We have a walkthrough option. You pay $15 for that walkthrough option, and you come in, you cannot take any photos, but you can come in and see the place to see if you would like to book it. If you decide right there that you want to book it, you have 24 hours from the time that you do the walk-in to
Right.
book it, and that $15 is going to go towards your session.
Right.
So with the sessions, we have 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours. You can bring in your own photographer, your own videographer. You can just, you and your girlfriends, take each other pictures, whatever it may be. Or we do have an option with 1 hour or 2 hours where you can book the in-house photographer. And in that case, you will also get edits with the package. And here or not, if it's not photography that you want, if it's TikToks that you want, your in-house photographer to compile for you, y'all just discuss that. Am I missing any other sessions?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so for the walkthrough, you can bring you and another person,
Okay.
and then for each session, it's good up to 4 people. Any additional person after that, it's just $15.
Okay.
So you can, last night we had a birthday crew here, and it was 8 of them, and they just paid for the additional 4 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even like I've seen you've been having events. I think you said you had a birthday party, and then I think you said you had the Friendsgiving. Did you
Yeah.
actually have it, or did you just see that and you made it?
So, again, I be on Pinterest all the time.
ain't mad at you, my
And I
girl,
was like,
too.
that's dope. Like, I want to do that. So we put it together here. We had an actual Friendsgiving
Okay.
here. And in that case, that would be a special event.
Mhm.
And then that's not something that you could just book on our site. You have to call us. We have to put together
Okay.
a separate package for you if you
Makes
wanted to do something like that. Because with the sessions, like, there's no food or drinks allowed.
Okay.
But you can for another fee.
Right, right. You pay that extra fee, you get what
Right.
you want.
Yeah, we was hot.
Off the chain. Okay, so I mean, with that being said, how was the soft opening?
It was amazing. It was lit. It was lit. I was
She
lit.
was lit.
I was lit. No, but it was a great turnout. Like, I was really not expecting it to be that big, even by the tickets that, the number of tickets that people reserved for it was amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't expect the feedback to be like that, especially with people not knowing what it is,
Right.
being
Right.
something new in the city.
Right.
So it was great. I'm still like just trying to take it all in, because it was just like, wow, like we really did this. Like, we got a whole business.
It was
Like,
great.
Congratulations.
But it-
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
But it was so much fun though. It was a lot of fun. Everybody was happy. Everybody took lots of pictures. Like, literally everybody that walked out was like, "This is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
good job."
It was definitely a good time because we have pushed back that date so many times.
Yeah.
Just trying to perfect stuff, and I'm like, first of all, I wanted to have my birthday party here. So I'm like, we cannot do that if we're not even open. Like, I don't want to do that to our business. I don't want to let people
Makes
in here
sense.
if we're not open.
Right.
So we like, whether we feel like it's perfect or not, we just gotta do it. So we just hit send on that post, and then just started sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing. And I was getting nervous. Like I was like, you gotta cut off the booking. I'm like, I'm like, COVID, where they gonna park? Like whatever. I'm like, I need a videographer to get this. Like, oh my goodness, it was super nice though.
That's good. That's good. So how has COVID affected you guys' business? Did you guys have a business post-COVID or before? I mean, after COVID? Or when COVID was hitting?
We opened up in the middle of COVID.
In the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it actually changed the whole dynamic of our business.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted it to be a place where you can just come in and pay. We make it clear that there's no walk-ins.
Right.
We make it clear that safety is our top priority. We want you to feel as comfortable as possible because I want to be as comfortable as possible. I'm not taking nothing back to my family either.
Right.
So that's, you get the whole place to yourself.
Okay.
We just had to make that sacrifice because in the long run, I think that our customers will appreciate that.
For sure.
That they can have a safe place to themselves. If you want to bring more people, you can. Everybody gets their temperature checked. We sanitize. We pay for a sanitation company as well.
Okay.
But we knew that it would be slow, but we also knew that it would be unique and that it would still work.
Right. It definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
What advice do you have for other people trying to get into the business during the COVID time, thinking that they just can't do anything?
You gotta take that can't out. I think for me, that faith, I said it like I got that tattooed on me. Let your faith be bigger than your fears. Jump off the porch. Like, just make sure you safe. It's a safety net.
Right.
He got you. Like, it's a safety net. Just go for it. Be smart.
Yeah.
Have people around you that you can trust and that's strong-minded and got that strong faith too.
And also do your research, like, because for me, I was always looking at the news. I'm like, all right, let me see how numbers hitting. Let me see if people gonna come outside this week.
Yeah.
So you just gotta also stay on top of like what's going on. Like a lot of people ignore the news, thinking I ain't watching news. I'm too young. Like it's just being informative. So
Turn it on.
just inform yourself about what's going on, and that also helps a lot because that's what actually kept us, or I know for me, like kept me going. Cause I'm like, other places are opening back up. I'm like, it's go time. Like, it's go time.
Yeah.
Like, they getting their money, why can't we?
Yeah.
So, just always just pay attention to what's going on.
Now, even take that question one step further. What do you have to say to black women that are
It's
thinking?
our time.
For sure, it's not a competition.
It's not.
I promise you. What she brings to the market, I might not bring. What I bring to the market, she might not bring.
Right.
But you bring that together, and it ain't no telling what you can do for real. I think that's what they need to realize is that it's not competition at all.
Facts.
Like women are eating. Cincinnati women are new hustlers. If you ask me, like seriously, like. Just find you somebody you can trust. Again, find you somebody you can trust if it's your friend circle. Don't be scared to go out and network either.
Say that again.
Don't be scared to go out and network.
Get to it.
Read people energy too though, because all business not good business.
Facts.
And if you can't work with that person, it's just business.
Yes.
Right? You can't work with them. But don't be scared. Don't be intimidated by another woman.
Facts.
Like if I'm telling you now, if you see me and you think that I got something that you need, come in my inbox and holler at me. I'll be ready to help everybody, work with everybody.
Love it. Okay, this is the question I have right here. Proverbs 31:25. Tell me exactly what it means and speak to the people.
You know I got that tattoo?
You can't. I do my job well. I'm doing my job, man. I do my job.
What? She is clothed in dignity and strength, and she walks without fear of the future.
Amen.
I just told y'all that. I just did.
Amen.
What? I got it tattooed on me twice. Like, you cannot ain't nothing gonna happen in life if you scared.
Right.
Like, being scared is psychological. Like, we here in the flesh and the now. Like,
Yeah, you can't.
you're not gonna get this life again.
Facts.
If you messed up, you messed up, but you better learn so you don't mess up again.
Facts.
You just gotta have faith. Like, don't feel, why you trying to get me started though?
I do my
Like,
job.
but for real, it's just like, what did that mean to you? What did that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, basically the same thing, just kind of piggyback. But faith is a big one. Like, for me, I took a huge step out on faith when, what was that, like, maybe April? April or August. No, it was April, I think. And I quit my job. I'm like, I need to do this full time. Like, but that still took a lot of thought, but it also took a lot of faith, because it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to worry about, this, I'm gonna have to worry about that, but at the end of the day, it's like, I know God got me. Like, he's never gonna give me something that he knows that I cannot make it out of.
Right.
And all I can do is just pray about the situation and just keep moving forward. So that's all we can do, is just pray and keep moving.
Yeah.
So examples out there for any black woman that sees this, older, younger, whatever like that, chase your dream. Chase your dream. Please chase your dream.
Chase
And
it.
you need help, please talk to these young ladies right here.
Yeah.
Please talk to these young ladies right here. But tell the people where they can find you at. Anybody who wants to come book or look into you guys.
City Cincy. We are on Instagram and Facebook at Selfie City Cincy. Me personally, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at AlexisRE9. You can also catch me, shameless plug, on Concrete Rose Podcast. I'm a co-host on there as well. Yeah.
And then we're also on Google, so you can always just Google Selfie City Cincy, we'll pop up. But for me personally, I am on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's just easier to find me on Facebook. Just Dominique Shelby, because every name is different. But yeah, I mean, if anybody needs to reach out, have any questions, feel free. We're here.
Selfie City, Cincinnati coming to you soon. Hold on, one more thing before we get out of here. Tell me about your slogan. We here to have fun, but not for a long time. Is that it?
Oh, we here for a good time.
A good time, but not a long time. Tell me about that.
So when I say that is, we don't know how long God wants us to be right here in this space. We here, so don't wait. We here for a good time, and ain't nobody here for a long time. So just stop holding on.
Okay. You hear it first? Book. We out of here.